Hi, third grade! For this Geography Social Studies lesson, we are going to learn about different regions of land and their location in the world. Let's start our lesson with a quick overview of the areas of land that we will be learning about in this lesson. The first area of land that we're going to look at is the largest. That is the planet Earth. Earth is a rocky planet. Earth is made up of about 70% water and 30% land. That 30% of land is called continents. Now that we know that the continents are all the land on the Earth, let's take a look at what are in these continents. Within continents, there are countries. And within countries, there are states. Each state has what we call counties. And within these counties, we have cities and towns. So we started with Earth and looked at the large land masses, which are continents, and then looked at how each of those continents are divided into countries, states, counties, and cities and towns. Let's take a look at these areas of land in relation to where we live in the world. Are you ready to take off? Let's go! We start our adventure in our homes in front of our laptops watching this geography lesson. Now imagine where your school is. Is your school 10th and Penn, 10th and Green, 12th and Marion, 13th and Green, 13th and Union, 16th and Hawk, Amanda Stout, Glenside, Lowers Park, Millmont, Northwest Area Elementary, Riverside, or Tyson Shaner? Think about your school. This will help you visualize what part of the city you are starting at. I want you to use your imagination to imagine that you are zooming out above each area of land as we discuss them. Let's keep traveling. This is the city of Reading. Reading is a city. Cities can be large or small. Towns are smaller than cities and usually have less people living in them. But towns and cities are very similar in that they are small defined areas for a local community to live and work in. The government leader for a city or town is called a mayor. Here you can see the pagoda and the city of Reading right below it. The city of Reading is located in Berks County. Berks is a county, and counties are divided up areas of land within a state. A county is a collection of cities and towns. Look at this picture of Berks County. It has many cities and towns within it. Here is the city of Reading, but there's all these cities and towns around it. There's places like Exeter and Wyomissing. These are some places that you may have visited to go to stores or even visit family and friends. Berks County doesn't only have cities, it also has small towns and farms. The government leader of a county is called a county executive. Now that we just talked about the city of Reading and how Reading is in Berks County, and that Berks County is a small area within a larger part of land called a state, let's take a look at that state. We live in the state called Pennsylvania. A state is a collection of counties. In this state map, all of these shapes show where the different counties are in Pennsylvania. You can see Berks County, where we live, right here in the southeast area of the state. The government leader of a state is called a governor. Pennsylvania is surrounded by 6 states. Those states are New York, New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland, West Virginia, and over here would be Ohio. Now that we know about our state, which is Pennsylvania, and we have looked at the surrounding states, let's zoom out and look at our country, the United States of America. The United States of America is a country. A country is a collection of states that share a government and work together as a nation. The government leader of the United States is called the President. You can see all of the states in this picture. There are 50 states in America. Each state is labeled with an abbreviation. The abbreviation for Pennsylvania is PA. You may have heard somebody say, I live in PA. That's just them saying that they live in Pennsylvania. In this picture, we see Alaska down here, but Alaska is really up north, up in this northwest corner. They place Alaska down here just so that it fits in the picture. They also shrunk the size of Alaska for this picture. Alaska is the United States' largest state. Some people think the largest state is Texas because they see that Alaska looks smaller in a map, but it's really not actually this small. Actually, you could fit Texas into Alaska twice, or you could fit our state, Pennsylvania, into Alaska 14 times. That's how big Alaska is. Over here we have Hawaii. Hawaii isn't really under Texas. It's really off to the side here. When we look at this map on the next slide, you'll notice that all along the bottom, there is land connected to it, and all along the top in the north, there's land connected to that as well. Now, on the sides, we have what we call coasts. Coasts are landforms that are near the ocean. All of these states are on the west coast. All of these states are on the east coast. Pennsylvania is on the east coast. Now that we've learned about our country, the United States, let's look at where it's located. The United States is located on the continent called North America. Do you remember how I said in the beginning of the lesson that 70% of the earth is water and 30% of the earth is land? Well, continents are the 30% land, and we have 7 continents. A continent is a large body of land that has a collection of countries within it. The continent that we live in is called North America. So all of this is considered North America. Here is our country, the United States. Here and here's Alaska. Remember how I said how big Alaska was? That is all the United States. And we share this continent with these other countries. In the north, we share it with Canada and Greenland. And in the southern part of the continent, we have Mexico and Central America. Let's zoom out so that we can see all 7 continents of the Earth. We just looked at North America, but the other continents are South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, Australia, and Antarctica. These continents are in different places of the Earth. Geographers use 2 imaginary lines to show the regions of the Earth. The first line is called the equator. The equator goes around the middle of the Earth, and it is the closest to the sun, making it the hottest part of Earth. The equator separates the Earth into the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. The continent North America is located in the northern hemisphere. The second line is called the prime meridian. This separates the western hemisphere from the eastern hemisphere. So that places North America in the northwestern hemisphere of the Earth. All of these continents are located on our planet Earth. Let's do a quick recap. We live on Earth, and on Earth, there are 7 continents. We live on the continent North America. And in North America, we live in the country, the United States. And within the country, we live in the state Pennsylvania. And within Pennsylvania, we live in Berks County. And within Berks County, we live in the city of Reading. All right, boys and girls, thanks for learning about geography with me today. I hope you've enjoyed learning about where you're located in the world. Bye for now.